And then you say, hey, or the book I'm saying so. Yes, MPP. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, His Excellency. Galamsey. Who promulgated this LI, the 2642 LI? Yes, you go to Galamsey war forest. And then the man from Pop Professor, the good old Professor, I resign. And now you can say their incoming national chairman. Their incoming national chairman on the party. So, you're Richard Ahiagba. Or no, the state has proven a case against him. And law court when defending who you could do. This world thing all come was what is he saying? Yes, we will record and we are now fear by me. Director of communications. Oh, pray no about power. Can record do no say my car record yan kende. And then the end president Mama catch us and ye woni muno. Or no, obey my tax na a revenue na ye nyanya obey ye fi ho.
Yama hwefo ina kwaba na ye mfombre ye platform we eso. Lawyer Bernard Bediako a Kutia member of parliament on the ticket of NDC. Orano, in fact, were clashing with a MPP, Director of Communications, Richard Ahiagba. In fact, Utien Sempa, and the 1st of April, a year 2026, in the year of our Lord. Now, a full price, a pigeon muso. Na Iran, Israeli, US war, a man home neso. Na when Richard Ahiagba so on TSC. NDC for aiding trade at Ghana. I then a full price I was a costro because of more ban or more can say or mu say brother mu or more can win now a nada. I was in on quan sole sourcing I big push contract home since Abuja governs road minister and also Bernard Bediako at Tumboase a chere a year Richard Ahiagba said Debbie. I was say mo record chilebo because the mo from 2017 to 2025 from ye ba chire mo and kanye ni ade na ye ba ye be hihye oman no na mo pese mo chire se yenim de ye ensem de Bernard Bediako bedu right yes lawyer e can be papa emo obi kura no na wa ye shock yinkuti bi ekobebeto so
nyina ye krado e wo studio mate Atik Mohammed enka dada sanso na make say Richard Ahiagba ababe cancer e wo studio currently or director of communications for the opposition NPP and a national first vice chair hopeful for the NPP sanso and now do any trimo Eastern Region Akwetia constituency member of parliament for that constituency lawyer Bernard Bediako Bedu abekansa ewo studio ha parliament arise into no committee adwuma bebre na no moye na constituency de kakra nso de eka ho enti ono nso agimre abekansa ewo studio ha Richard yes enti ma minti on this fuel issues na for honorable
Obi
yes
Michel
so pa
Michel Atik ne honorable never NDC spokesperson issues way Baba Kibia Ghana for Obi but me bought a video
okay
na me and Shadi
we
Minister for Energy and Green Transition yes
Honorable John Jinapo where oye minister here na say opposition
before Abrena talk was cheap no no okabi and okabi and na no
be a full video
giant video no say full na o data na o hwe say consistent
no say we are there we contextualize it into the area
obi we context be anka ho the bema no ontie
any concern the rampant and unbridled increase in petroleum prices demonstrates that the Akufo-Addo government is insensitive and heartless to the ordinary Ghanaian. It is equally important to put on record that Ghana is a net exporter of oil. Therefore, when prices of oil at the international market rises, Ghana must benefit, and this benefit must be translated to the ordinary Ghanaian. When prices go up because we're a net exporter, we gain more. And so it cannot be the case that international oil market prices are going up and yet Ghanaians are suffering from the windfall that we make from petroleum exports. The recent increase have only resulted in worsening of the living conditions of the already impoverished Ghanaian under the Akufo-Addo presidency. One cannot but come to the conclusion that the Akufo-Addo-led government has run out of ideas. Hence, their decision to resort to such a rampant petroleum increase.
Obi, brofo na okai no. Enti o de battery mu a o say fuel prices ana emre bi enam external issues bi a na ekoso crude price ekoso a ye translate eba hasema fuel prices koso no. E kire say Akufo-Addo aban no enitima. Na heartless never can say oni akoma oni do ha amagana for enti na ono no dey osore ano increase fuel price no koya ko say oh na the enti ono wo kasa na ye say Ghana a net exporter actually say export oil ni bi crude na export ni bi enti no say prices ne cost ro a ye benefit ye nyamfa so enti samfa so no ade enti and Akufo-Addo abaya o nitima
onfa bi
enso Ghana for asene say price in buffer na okowie no ka say o akwa say Akufo-Addo abaya ne de omo ni ideas bia bio the manage Ghana fuel prices wa obi we referee enyamba pitch no kwa no abo ben say pre start you and fuel prices echo the same. Now, Omwa enyasa idea we from the beginning. Sure, Russia-Ukraine war no. Okay, that will be because we know it took us by surprise. Just surprise. But I say, everybody knew what was happening, and then we had the benefit. Now, okay, say a MPA. Boss India Educhi. Eka say oh there was some 5 weeks be and no the young call then to the details say bia e wo kroni mu wa okay into okroni mu dey na dia. Okay, from that time no what's the government doing? Oh and then no more ye. Ebesi no then no more ye. Asha ma dey na ba be dum pepen so we. Afi na president I didn't say good to say, oh, I did the Ako drone there or bonfire say, war no be end. The president kind of know.
Okay, so bonfire.
And
I watch you also see or bonfire.
And I the all kind of what this say umpire and warbo. And I didn't warrior. So I say, oh, hope, and I saw hope. It's all bonfire or hope. Will be anywhere, oh, hope, or bonfire. Into our bonfire say war no end. Now I don't know so Trump was spilled down so I saw catch a friend catch say o si mesi idea o ye me hunu I mean the idea bia me the best idea. That's practically where we are obi into where we have gotten to now no assuming say the obvious interventions really in the say be taxes the way but be able draw no under NDC, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, omo kan sema kese Ghana ha. Say, oh, Akufo-Addo government is insensitive, heartless. We are run out of ideas. And then, sa for no bompaye krum ha say a war no end. Now, it's not only empire no more bono, and the etiakumo. The idea say, almost say war no and Akufo-Addo. Because
but that's the reality.
They don't know that reality, and they don't deserve any benefit of doubt in that calculation. Say war bet me go for biaba because that will be omokai. Says I will be no emfashi mabibia. Now it is that's all can na war no ho. Chirapo all can na war no no say Akufo-Addo's government is heartless, insensitive. Into Omono, the same situation is playing out. Pepe, side, the only thing that has changed is Obi, your president Fufro. That's it. Ain't no, say no, what has changed? My point, Obi, is that competent leadership anticipates problems and plan for it. 5 weeks of reserve or mokaya BDCs for stock ya 2 days and no ye walk Ghana ha plus the capacity for a friend saying central refinery lay to be almost a year about 40% according to a CEO. What was their plan? Ever seen Neno? I think Duncan Walker's because what he is saying, has the government thought about this? Is there a plan, a backup plan? The Walker said by now, no, we should be scavenging for cargoes. Say I take Walker say boss margin. I think it's a conversation to find out. Say what has that money been used for? Actually say a CK your baby or what size can able to be used to be able to build buffers. But the TNA say we don't have any buffers. And this government has no idea. And no way and yes speculation obi. President Nanaka. Also the drone there do their thing now. How many days now into the war? Just about some 30, is it close to about 30 days or so into this war?
Yeah, almost a month.
Yes.
Yes.
And the president has run out of ideas. I told Paibo, the National Day of Fasting and Prayer to hold the hand of Trump from issuing more commands, say, war on Koso. How can you run a country like this? Obi, sir, I said me kind sir infographic. Now me joining say and is it the same President Mahama and the NDC? Now and no be a true no say macroeconomic stability no more can. And economic stability then you more can no. Akosi saying say, oh, because we had all those challenges because the fundamentals were or there were pre-existing conditions, right? Yeah. That aggravated the situation. But in state of nation, so now President Mahama says, oh, the fundamentals are okay, macroeconomic stability has been achieved. Yes, I know Mokachre. Inti enono efahin akoyen frama one time. Ayira enti say no President Mahama see empire na do sa bre no a e see empire no hu say ideas bi ani hobio ti we dey ato nyame enya nyame susu na ye president nyame dey oye global president ya but Ghana dey ni ato President Mahama so say ene dey ono say o yen ko head the boss
but say nyame na si hene
ana nyame esi no ana afi wo hu so enti then say obi like the question we should ask is I am papa say nyame dey see no majority because omo di intro bebere. Let me go back a little bit. Omo di intro dia abuka John Jinapoka intro poto ono kai say Ghana is a net exporter. Yeah, if we export crude, it's not the same thing we are putting in our car. Is it the case?
No.
Actually a net importer.
We are net importer.
Maybe I'm coming. But he says we are net exporter. And I'm just indulging him that. Say, okay, crude in the exporting. If you consider how much you're refining now, then we're exporting more than we are refining. So grant him that.
Yeah. Okay, that was the context.
No.
Okay.
Oh, Masa, assuming that is the case. Yeah. But if that's what he means now, crude ne digu ekamu. Crude no until crude they go come and he say oh God said that's what he's talking about. In what context are you putting crude in your car? Mother they say enti adia no I say obi omo di intro and the buy enti Nyankopon emfo san throw we so enti Nyankopon dey see no and throw we untumi fan koje ade Nyankopon sem. Number 2 I say ye ka theology go back near LGBTQ. And why some NDC they are bold liars. Obi bold liars. You sure them say
liars are too harsh.
Debbie now I don't know one thing. You say LGBTQ. Obi what ye Ghana had your course?
Yes.
Now and the same people are changing and no say LGBTQ is not a priority.
Yeah, but so one fan so how can be so
any day
at the time.
Anyway. At the time, no one could be to be away.
Your castle on the there were other pressing issues he wants to focus on. The democratic process will deal with LGBT.
Was going we were accusing him.
And that time, now everything was held constant. Now, no, LGBT Kwanda Yadi Ogana, Nasabre no, Nasabre Kurea, Georgia, Abuja, Georgia Napo, Kase, a friend is saying, Akufo-Addo government is insensitive. Sabre, Nanya petrol prices, Nenio. And Nasabre no much petrol. Huh? So you can't take this lie and go and collect power from God. Inti be on a precodi anymore. Or precodi anymore. It was not his turn or precodi anymore. And he said, no, I precodi anymore. They are. Osimesi. The time has come. The hour has come to show your powers. And then what can you see? Oh, win for. I think war is starting. Now crude, now I think it's about around 70 or so. And then I think I could do it 106 or 111 thereabout.
Yes.
And you now win for $38. Or no, your minister. Or your minister. Win for no your pese. Win for no said ye to be here win for my translating
from the exporter.
From the exporter of crude no. I no kaya no. And I don't know the voice the boy. And tisa win for the way $39 or $38 per barrel na ye nyano. Ofambra the infante ade no so. Ofambra me infante so. Say no nyame ncha de nyankopon ye na de order ne pepepepepe. Say de we sia order ma oye energy minister no. Ade no di ne lai mu onfambra. Bibia ya wo a ye tumi kofa Akufo-Addo aban ntumi ankofa amba no. Say no de ama no. Striker. Striker. Say on shall go. Say defenders no and no defender na so ko na mo shebo say no say Otuado na your coach fufura na dada no.
Otuado do ma pam no.
Midnight sack. Yeah. Midnight affair. Eti no say no. Otuado ni ho. New coach. E wa go fa Kwesi Appiah na so. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. This time they are making sure say a friend said domestication. Enti omra na enti obey there na a George Napaya striker. Enti won ko she me hwe. We for no way. Obi. Enti say the edro no. I think say the things that are within our control no your taxes.
Yes.
And then will be a buyer all casa same way, George Napo casa same way you down on now Akufo-Addo. You making sure say taxes a war a petrol so na sa bring ya na atete bi so. But ono abesi nde no will for ye hui taxes no see hui some better. Omo de ano de ka.
Yeah, President said it sounds all good, but would that be the solution to the crisis I hear woman?
But Obi, what is the solution? I feel that the back stops with him. Nti ono no mbisa a question. Ye the question nyina dey about ono dey ye nyame. Ona nyankopɔ ye ma enya sa. Aha. Enti no odi ani mu ho no. What is the solution? This is not the time to ask rhetorical question, no to speak fine English. This is the time to do the do.
Take decision.
Do the do. You fine English as you're a nice man. President Obama is a nice man, can charm and all this. But do baby and I say massa ya dear no. You drew tino. Ya dear no. I will say Akufo-Addo NPP yaka so also beswa. Ye de jaw on swam me and share the say betumi aswa. But say no so bompai. Me one of the things na during COVID na yina ye can say. The leader you have in crisis makes a difference. Yeah, Obi, yeah, mistake. Akufo-Addo attempt or went to be a winning 2009, 2012 near year answer 2016. It was all in waiting for COVID-19. Masa, say Akufo-Addo the president at that time unanka Ghana anka I am Ghana. I am telling you honestly because you see the dexterity, the ability and the decision to say, what I'm looking at before me is a choice that one leads to life and the other to death. And I want to make a choice to save Ghanaians. Damn the economy.
But every other president
did that.
But which other president? in
all
Ghana.
over the world.
No, I'm talking Ghana.
But he was the president at the time.
But
he was the only one.
No, I'm talking about Ghana, a Ghana leadership contest. But the world now person the buy example. Other leaders are also Omuye. But how many of them were acclaimed for the statement, the timeless statement that Akuwado making?
So
how many of them
for the statement?
No, but Trump. Why Trump lost the election because of his handling? Because of his handling of COVID. Relax.
No, a different.
Forget but believing in the protocols is part of handling the crisis. It is what's the point you are making? Okay. So if Akufo-Addo amasa yenya obi akadi ni sa tweet say afiri embompaye. COVID ni pewu wo si embompaye. How can we be praying?
What did he do like?
I think
particularly me person.
Richard, I was 1 minute. Honorable.
Because I think Obi.
Yes.
Enti enano yaba enim.
Okay.
And our President Mahama and our president. Na fe di ade no ohu so. Senka ne na Bawumia president Obi. And Ghana will be dealing with this situation, not only praying, because now your option is now a prayer. Policy rooms war, Jubilee House war, cabinet rooms war, Yidano, she in Koso. Why they say no national cathedral and Kawaho and Kabana and Kayinako Asaboa Bompai because the president said we should pray. Bawumia president Obi, I can guarantee you say Ghana will be in a better place. We would have anticipated this and begin to plan for it. Ankab and Neno Ghanaians, I say a window no cry and start you. Window no still not a shot, I think from tomorrow or whatever.
It's starting tomorrow, but more increase it at
the amount for force window no be in advance.
Window.
And he says, there's no pressing window in Ghana. And I say, oh yeah, now they wouldn't too because President Amasa, I told you thing. Leadership matters.
Okay.
Leadership matters. And my pleading is to Mr. President that he should reach out. Dr. Bawumia is not far away. Is a believer in digitalization. He can reach him, Zoom, whatever, phone, and all that. Let's think about this problem.
Okay.
The last time we talked about solutions to fix this problem, they should now solve the problem. Taxes is one of the options.
And buying crude.
Strategic stocking is also one of the solutions. But what is more important, Obi, is leadership. Okay. A difficult moment, see, now you see your leader to be weak, to be giving up now, Obi, hina woko. The defender now move, I give you up. Now what striker the way to make you prevent. I want to mean you do one I shall go. And the president should stand strong. We urge him to stand strong. Reach out to resources. He has resource people around. Dr. Bawumia is there. We can support and make sure we fight through this together as a country.
Richard Mamina say, Minko Honorable Bernard Bediako Bediho, MP Fakwitia. Honorable
Obi.
The Abenio, Yentio.
Obi Majo.
Mejoso.
Mechia and Pennyfoy coming home.
Mejoso.
I'm Chiakotia phones. Obi any honumwa Zoma. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ene na pamfonia. Ititru ne adwen pa. Ene the kind of leadership ene yehu okrum ha. Free nche onyankopon nhira no. Na onyankopon di nachi. Ne nsensi fom da.
Nanimu nguase.
Nanimu nguase da. Madam catch Obi because he trimu fine. I'm starting for LGB comes today.
Almost say any priority.
Or say any priority now can your cacao. Now take first of them. Ebia na ni refi. Parliament was done with the process. True or false?
True.
Onwa bibia the bill no e dey ko. Yes yanje. Yes say as we speak ebisa ankodu what controversy ebisa the president never it ended up in court. When assembling court we had the president who mentioned say assembling court when it was not in court in this country. These are the people LGBTQ as a Is there anything before President Mahama? What do you expect of him? To move, not zoom into parliament to take something and sign as what? And we had a lawyer who was the president of the republic. Oh no, I didn't bet that. And when you are a lawyer, you know, say, when there is a bill like that, the bill now sign, the constitution prescribes what you do.
Yes.
President, and I don't know, court to crown or say I no court into on sign. When it was put to him, the president, I said, be any court at the time, I kasa. And some say, Yenya Ukroma. Now, some ni court or kasa as a court. They said, no, nimnia neighbor, because maybe TV nam nims as a court. But he was able to preempt as someone in court. This is the MPP talking about GBQ. What do you expect? I'm a member of parliament. I know what is happening in parliament as a result of this. What do you expect the president to do? Also, let's use the process, and the process is ongoing. Try say your real process, no, now no more excuse. Then you like your president did. Now waka. We have said the process will continue. No waka openly. President Taka. This is the president. Kenya President Kufuor so kafa LGBTQ. Yata timpo say ni PhD honorary degree demand because of the stance. Ewo hunti adi oso munfa. Obi me boa kache. Oso munfa. But then ya nuntunti eno bese sani kromu culture. Did we hear him when the president, then President Kufuor, you put those questions to him? What was his answers?
But you think he stating in that statement on that platform said this is not a priority? I mean, that just that sentence. Was it? Was it?
No, but it didn't end there.
No, I get
no, it didn't end there.
But introducing that, Necran, yes. Was it?
No, introducing it said there. Also, your priority as a president because him. Please. Because Germany at this point didn't do anything. Okay, except you tell me as president, on soon na no I want you be parliament be we I mean, he has other things he's doing. The process is ongoing. Is it true or not? You are uncomfortable. Please relax.
Oh, I'm very comfortable.
So please relax. Because I'm shocked to say MPP and Nana Danko Kufuor and President Mahama, President Vice President Baumia, everything like LGBTQ as yeah, Fort Ben on Kawahaka as director for communication there. Now, what bet Chessa ya bresono, and I'm not saying ye 2 years, and I'll buy Waba about it, and you don't have anything on it. Omukasa Niabada, you see, Sammy Jamfi was here, and okay, baby. Or say, well, and I agree with him, Maka, and you say, NDC year no.
Yeah, they are the more position communication.
And I'm say. We will come to the source or something and we will talk about it.
Actually,
please. Maybe well, GBK, you know, you're uncomfortable. Thank you. Because to me, cut that please allow me. Stop. Please. When the process was complete, by president, I can conclusively say he knew about the court matter. I don't know whether he sponsored it. You see, and that is what we have. Obi, what about a video? I keep saying this. I thought you asked him questions. Where is it coming from? When did he say that?
Oh no, it was a
Date bang.
The video.
No, hold on. Do you know why I'm asking this? Okay. Because Kromha, Assad, you can't say 1st November. Oh, stop this! I mean, you are director of community. Stop it! Stop it!
Richard, the giggling.
Stop it! Me? Did you hear me do anything? Stop this! On the first day of November 2022, Diesel could do 23 cities Okroma. Check your record. Diesel could do 23.49 Okroma. His government. Petrol could do 17.99. Where was the smartness? COVID never say Russia agree war. Where was the preemption? His government. That so-called preemption and no per se. So say smart government foresee. Where was he? At the time, not your man foresee. I have continuously said that they have no moral right. Look, Obi Ubet me, I take who appears in your
apolitical.
So you can say it, not them. Their records are fresh in our minds. Me say first day of November 2022. This will do 23 cities. Almost some Kenya will chrome harness a COVID. Any Russia Ukraine war be say Kuruno. And any can no man preempted. COVID ne started by Ghana ne started. I don't know the man. Russia Ukraine war, you say I started. I don't know your man got reserves. Let me do chrome ha, now these are the people talking. Obi, Ayafu. These are the people talking.
They said they are part of the Democratic.
No, but their records are fresh. Some in CPP. They are.
You should ask him. That's why they were voted for.
No, don't worry.
No, ask him.
When I come,
But you are also here because you person was about by me. Now they all pay record at you. What your record? No pay you. Play your record as director for communication. I'm sure say you were privy to and your mama buying the year until you say ya. No, because what you did differently. President Mahama Aya West and into Susi and Sanfa Abenyama and now pay vice chairman. National vice chairman, yes, yes, all calling him. But you see, the truth of the matter is that Obaha, your ball record. Don't run away from your record and just critique. What did you do? Me my body, me see for you. This will do 23 series. Where was the smartness?
But I say, and not in a Ghana for.
Thank you. 80 or no, say pa by Mwabano. No, Kasasa, no, you say, you Daniel Fudia, yeah, record. Council record, the record, 23. Enusa, even with the levy, still Enusa.
What the cow,
and you feel record. Obi, Abrahu Okroma. Look, I said the difference between Yanium, and I will tell you today, I will fool Samuel. On the first day of May 2022, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was asked the question about, say, fuel prices are cost. And then there was just this question, President Mahama. And then obey our family. Is it would it not be prudent so bet ye taxes be a few? Go and check his answers. I'll read to you. That is the difference between President Akufo-Addo and President Mahama. I'll read to you shortly. Okay, baby, I'll say that. Who's Daniel for record? Removing taxes on petroleum products will reduce government revenues by some 4 billion cedis. At this time, when we are determined to expand government revenues in order to increase our capacity to finance our development, can we afford to reduce this tax revenues by 4 billion cedis? That is the difference. That you have a president who say no, I need revenue, but at least if it gets to that point, and you do on 23, no. On the first day of May. Daniel from record. Why butcher to me?
Did we reduce or we did?
No, in fact, you did not. Tell me, reduce it. In fact, in 2021, Bola tax now more buy. Bola tax no.
Bola tax was in
2021.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Bola tax I would back 2021. These are the people talking. When ya musi ya hujirayen.
That was 2022 actually.
Thank you. What I said 2022 kra. When musi ya hujirayen yen ya jiatum se petrol bo obi. These are the people talking.
The only thing I remember they did was to zero rate the price stabilization.
Yes, so yes. In fact, energy debt recovery comes out. This is their record. Energy debt recovery. No, then you see,
going for the juggler.
No, go forward. I
said anything.
Obi, oh really?
Yeah. What
thank you, Minkari. Yeah. Who has record? We should expose you for who you are. We will always expose you for who you are. You think they Ghana for refimo? That abysmal performance, no? And you win at the mobile. It's a number man who says, Mrs. I take near car. You better okay. You better near bed. And what I'm saying, the difference between two presidents. When there is crisis, no. And Yamaka on any President Mahama.
Now, President Mahama can different from
President Mahama say, or be consider so be ye revenue now. But Akufo-Addo say ye per revenue you know, or no so be ye feel. At least can wakano and my some respite. But what you say, and that same question was put to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. See ye because ye yeska. Not the Jari.
But eventually he zero rated.
No, Obi, but I mean, see energy debt recovery. Or two Bola tax or the buy.
In 2020.
It's okay, because saying. So you see, yes, and you'll be at the Obi near Bano, yet near higher, near president, no. And it will be some said, dear necessary.
Yes.
Dear warning, ni to me, mono. Say ye revenue, wouldn't near it, says Kanye. the tofu apa why but was no say kodu baby ene no ye be ye fi ho na ma once ye can ya say kobasa at least ma that is what is within the powers na ye okasa ni ase eni jebi se ne ma nkoye na chese ase he's excited say won se ne okasa no ye ntinam say onyankopon woni president Muhammad trim ne nakomam o ma nani mungu aseda minim say at the end of the day near one within near ni to me no obeye e bi ne waka no different from the president we had before. But in the meantime, no, me pie bonus say Santokwa we. Or my bapa bia no pie bonus and one pie say esubicha. That is near sese ye bomb pie because I'm from Fasobia and Rubia. I have said it say me nimba be a fear by. And you see this one we are able to trace directly. You know me banamiti miniatic. And as some more kind instructive. Because the difference between a ne and a ram, and say, look, Obako. Sabia fro no ko wukra no anya ne ba ye say Russia Ukraine war but then no yetimi look the strait of Hormuz no yetimi hu say ye oil ne fa about 20% on enam you see the problem there inti sebe at this stage one ka den house nka be that is what is happening inti but in all this enyanya scarce answer ne bo de kosoro minim say me ba na meti umzo obisa take class wanya fuel at obi na dey na so ye nsa ade fuel why dey
na make relative to price
yes thank you nti enyanya scarce but ne bo no bi ehun say kosoro enye ade aye peni nhwe say ye bompa ye say ne awo kan say nki betimi anya reserve bi ne ade akọ animu a em say ade no nsa ase na aye enye yi bia su betwa be say ase nya ade be kọ anim bia e on say MP be kan me nua panya aduji nyankopon hira no adwuma obo onzo be kan say omanya 5 week at least those ones because one started ye ni ade a check akra at least e wo mu kakra but ye gusu a ye fuel ne de wo ho ne buo no kra no so on say for a few days into we no na relatively stable say na say a peja kakra because of the increase in the fuel price and unfortunate and we will be the first ye megina anya yi but you see who ye opposition now pe power ba oba enyane critique keke kan record no say bra wo ho no because no ya na wo fi ho 8 years udi bibi jai can you proud of ni ajijai na kachire ni ajijai defend it as director communication no wa kire ni amoyeye na ye de abetoto ne ho ni ahwe o mampani odi no kire kire Ghana for.
Very well. Honorable Maminase, on this particular topic, because we have one more topic, and I can't 20 minutes, and we have to manage time, Now, for the second topic, New Crystal Health Services, Eddie Asemdebiaba, say, from March, you could see November this year, Omoye free health screening, Eddie Ama over 50,000 residents of Ashaiman and its surrounding communities, ain't once already 40 years and above, Omoye free screening for hypertension, diabetes, obesity, and kidney-related conditions are the leading causes of death in Ghana at the moment. In way free, New Crystal Hospital, any Ashaiman Municipal Assembly, and Ashaiman Health Directorate, and AD Surgery, in the 7 zonal councils across Ashaiman. And March, Omawe Amuya Zonal Council there, March to April. Omoye Amui Ajo Zonal Council, May to June, Ombe Gbemi Zonal Council, July, Ombe Black Pachona Zonal Council, August, no maye Chindaigbe Zonal Council, September, Ombe Manmomo Zonal Council, October, no maye Mancheman Zonal Council, no modi Niman Zonal Council in November. Opese unya information be afre MTN toll free line 0800-180-260 and 0544-347-239. Ashaiman rising in good health, your future, our commitment. Omode eboa papa enti munyina mo besha nenso e de aman Kweu Business Forum nenso efiada ne yesha ase kwesiada ena yebewie. In all roads lead to Kweu in the etibie the Kweu Convention Center eho and adwumadi ne cause ye nyina ye nhwe na ye mfa ye ho enhye. It will be very exciting and omaba me ye hu nioma egu akwan mu a omode this year Kweu Business Forum. Atik okasa ye ache inti mame sign emra ho now to route memre no inti maybe we do 6 minutes each na yen sorry nko. Yes, I take.
Obi we sunanka ehia mrepa.
Ban fuel no so here.
Yeah, well, it's also very important. Mejitum. Let me want some comments on fuel and stuff, but me not sure say anyway, sometimes is all born. Is a cow would die to be one but having said so, quickly, media, my teaching same and some of the comments are bimu a fasa road contracts in a hydring. Ebimu so sourcing is not illegal in Tianya Bonnie. Why do we characterize Neokosui as a scandal? Obi, if this doesn't qualify as a scandal, what else can qualify as a scandal? Oh, you see, a hydring ye can't sources of fraud and corruption in public procurement are be a kickbacks, bribes, conflicts of interest, illicit enrichment in Asifo. But another important source of corruption and fraud in public procurement is bid rigging.
Okay.
And bid rigging involves two things. Say you award contracts on a single sourcing basis without any justification.
Yes.
What has here?
Yes.
And you amend bidding rules to suit a certain interest. Until no obi any obetimi akache me say bid rigging, which allows for unjustified single sourcing of contracts, any source of fraud and corruption. And anything that germinates another generates corruption and fraud. You tell me, says I didn't any scandal. How else would you describe a scandal?
But the fraud and the corruption has to be proven either in inflated contract or bid rigging, as you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
You see, in fact, when you look at international best practice and how they characterize bid rigging, when you award multiple contracts to an entity on the basis of single sourcing, it amounts to bid rigging. We shared the big push contracts out of the 107. There's not even a single competitive bidding contract, and there's not even one contractor that was awarded on the basis of competitive bidding. Out of 107, 26 per NAA restricted tender.
Restrictive tendering, yes.
Niakani now was so sourcing, and you had entities that had multiple awards through single sourcing. And this is what actually defines bid rigging, which is a source of fraud and corruption in public procurement. What has here? And Nientia, we guard against single sourcing. Say it does not give a buying another public value for money inside public contracts. No. Look, when you have competitive bidding, it reduces government's vulnerability to corruption and you can say government not getting value for money. But see and a sector like the road sector, where contract sums are huge, our bank should be striving to go get value for money, in for the most part, we share a public procurement act, it talks about going for cost efficient contracts.
Yes.
And himself road contracts muna sikana ya no muyedu. Instead of us to go for competitive bidding, you see a yes sourcing. Now, kind Public Procurement Act now, and if you read section 34 and section 40 in material, you would realize there are certain foundations that must be met before you award the contract on the basis of single sourcing.
Yes.
Not even one of them presents itself in the case of AYEKA NPP.
They've spoken about urgency. The president said urgency.
Urgency is different from emergency. Look, now every government project, if you have 4 years to be in power, there is that urgency to do things. It doesn't make them emergency. Let's separate urgency from emergency. You see, it is when you have emergency situations, to do competitive bidding could be, waiting to do it could be more harmful sorry, and are more costly. What is here?
Yes.
Than if you were to do it through your kind of single sourcing. No? But we are not talking about emergency situations. Every government would have a reason to say, look, we are hitting the ground running. We need to do things urgently into yenja competitive with ne obianya so sourcing. And if you read section 34, the construction of that section almost say sorry, say public procurement shall be by competitive bidding, except so the operative word is shall. Yeah. So it means every public procurement must be competitive bidding. Except when certain circumstances arise. But we go kind section 40 now. It doesn't say you shall procure through single sourcing. It says you may, which in my view, lawyer, when you read it, it makes exactly it makes it subservient to the earlier provision. No? Sure. So now we are making that provision, which is 40, section 40, rather have the effect of shall, and the other one be may. Which doesn't make sense. What you here? Yes. And again, Usha is generally agreed, say, when you have single sourcing, it increases the incentive for bribes. Because you are dealing with just one supplier. You negotiate with just one supplier. And Ntisa supplier, no, say there's no competition from anywhere. Once you approve of Sanipan, it increases the incentive for the person to bribe public officials to get the job. What is here? And here, who say we have lost money to corruption through single sourcing. And yen nena sankomanu yedi eshas yen ne. And yehu say a major government project that is costing billions from Solar to Tuna Solar to Kalba. The rehabilitation of that road alone is 2.3 billion Ghana cedis. That is good money by all accounts and anywhere in the world. And yes, yen fufro kwanya ya dada. Ufri wenchi ko bola. Sa kwano udru Solar all the way to Kalbano. Ne kwanya ya dada. Ba me say so asai nti yesa beye.
Yes, but I would say mostly rehabilitation as a term, engineers will tell you say a term of art or the real way, because when you take
I'm just saying I'm looking at the distance. It's about 95 kilometers.
No, I agree. But I would say offer Kasua to Reneba. The project name is rehabilitation. But when you go there, it's almost like a new road being done.
I agree. What I'm trying to say is that if you look at the distance, there is no telling whether we are getting value for money in that particular contract.
Okay.
Because it's just one person who brings you the bid. What is here? We are unable to tell, say it could be lower, and now it was the best, and so on and so forth. And we don't even know how that came to be. What you must hear?
Yes.
Until Obi me say, look, a major project like this is supposed to be one of their flagship programs. Our big push,
big push, yes.
And this is becoming an avenue for all kinds of weird things to be done. In public procurement, go through single sourcing. It's easy. What is here?
Assessment is not
yes.
Unfortunate.
Okay, let me just try and wrap up on this. One say, Afe yaka ho asema mampenyin si yenye nhwehwem. To what end?
Or say the fourth estate and furnish details of a move, and he is instructing the minister to respond in detailed fashion to all of the issues of my raising.
Oh, so that is all there is to it. He should respond to their concerns.
Yeah, on respond.
No, sir.
Sunday, based on the response, then they take
you see, I was suspecting that the president would have issue with the fact that these contracts were awarded on the basis of single sourcing. That's what I thought fundamentally would be his concern. But because concerns are fourth estate for a reason, and your concerns that are universal, and it should look every civil society, person should be interested in this particular matter. Say 107 contracts, not even one has gone through competitive bidding. And young TIC agency. The law does not talk about agency, it talks about emergency. It talks about when people have proprietary rights over certain technical expertise one farmer now obi eni obi try adwuma no. Now what contracts here is sanity here. And you have one entity. And Mamimfa, when we look, if you quantify the total contract sums, Obi, we are talking about hundreds of billions of Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Hundreds of billions of Ghana cedis. Now nobody can tell whether we actually had value for money in those contracts. And some people are telling us that this is not a scandal and that this is normal. When people say it is not illegal, lawyer, when an action violates a provision of a law, how do you describe that?
It's an illegality.
So if the law says these are the circumstances under which you can do a certain procurement, and the circumstances are cited in our agency, you are violating that provision, and what does that make it? And beyond everything else, let's look at the value for money. Which
is important. Richard.
Bobby issue with the Nanka saying because there are many more angles.
As someone I didn't know by Dankarama cover by. Every brother MP, Casamuha,
Obi 30 now.
Massa,
23. So, petrol. We need problem.
But no one petrol.
Obi Pacho, Catchereno. Me that be me Casano Casaba, more Casam, person Casano, ye did I said I did. Into on to the book. Yes, sir, or Casalas, our own Yabinka. There be no Casana Maidin, Tino Bayana Edin. Here, Obi, ye the Jawa, and that's all. Mo. And I'm trying to throw Ghana has said Ghana, ye the man 1 billion ye. Ye can't galam say some crown almost all the galam said ye, almost the AI and the Baba Stoffel, and that galam say, was he say? Ye can't say, ye record. Ye record now, was see a one. And now you are vindicating, say, we have a better record than you. And that diesel, Nebo said ye T and that compared to said the other T free abemo. Is it not higher today than it was when we left office? Is it not higher? What are you talking about?
That's when you are talking in terms of today.
In terms of today. Now why today? Today, no one every the last
say on cancer.
I beg Obi Kachreno. Me Kachre will say, and now me know ti hai. Mpaibo na ye mo policy. Mpaibo is their policy. Just say diesel. Na ye ja mono. And then it is more than you inherited. Until you cast some not tobo. Now, the away did now ye in our no. To the Ghanaian who is listening to you, no, you have not answered any question because Okono Kotwa is going to buy higher. And in Tia Tuabama was a solve that problem. No, you haven't done it. Cost 90. That's the point. Forget about yesterday. Yes, 2016. No, didn't you have a record? You have a bad record, which was the reason why they voted against you. And we are campaign didn't throw you down. Now, were you not trying to come back to government? Now, Patrick say, "Oh, yeah, the yes, I didn't yes solve a problem, no, because what Patrick said to me, I any idea mau. Yeah, the no. Now you cafe there, obe boyaka home. Ya mau to me solve a problem. Obe boya was studio ka home. Opening the episode chairman no, and then you kasa mon pese be kasa. Yeah, kasa mon pese be kasa NDC for lack of tolerance. Yeah, Tigana ha na studio ha sami jemfi ehi na edi ni na akọ no mo ye dede o ye wo minister for energy. Odin troka say net exporter. Yes a crude no. Who windfall no yemfa mbra yemfa be solve fuel prices no. And then na dey na mo to be fan solve. I don't know what can one who they catch. I say, JJ for Adiana Basoso na price and come from because you win for $38 per barrel. You win for I know anka. Ya ka someone for the mom my anka. Only a sembia ka jai so can rasam. Ya kaku ye nimu awo kaku echi. Ade tenke pe echi anka ye to abama mo. Ghana for to abama mo se mo be solve problem to me solve ave do be dede. Ah? Osibesi. Enti jai sa de na enye sa bi o ye MP. Enti de me kan ne say fuel me ba obi me ba me call a procurement with us.
Procurement here, they be call next week.
Okay. But they make enti me dey record and do a
don't worry. No time now can next week me
Obi enti ma me from ado si ma.
Yes.
NDC frontiers here say say ene Ghana ni bi ebra obre because omo da wa ba mu ye ni bre bi a obi ano de be so omo so enya afi na omo be remind e no atwa mu eno ano we had a chance to vote for A or B and ye tomorrow. Eti ye brand na ye catch rom na ni bresem na ye catch rom a omunya so masoma honorable o masoma honorable so mbrambe de dengu ye so na ye
obeye na argue
obeboye o ye so obeboye because the okay na no o ka be kasa bo ahye meyam se ba men ka de se me ka obi na o kwanya
procurement
honorable men co procurement ho
okay
o de jira ha ya na
communication director of the party NPP
yes
it's obvious we lose argument only weka only and then you say hey obebo galam say so yes MPP Nana Danko Akufo-Addo His Excellency galam say who promulgated this LI the 2642 LI yes you go to galam say wo forest and then the man from what professor the good old professor resign and now you can say their incoming national chairman on no be help party so you Richard Ahiagba e be share that say no or no the state has proven a case against him e wo law court when defending who you okoje obe kaba galam say asem this whole thing all come asem what is he saying yes we will record and we ya na ofi aban mu uba ye ni a director of communications so pray no aba power can record do dwa no say my can record yen kende and na de na president Mahama catch us say ne woni mu no or no obey ma tax na a revenue na ye nya hwe obey afi ho sa question na ye bisa wa wodofo His Excellency Akufo-Addo ye bisa no so no onyi emfa wo no njiska no mfa call high aeroplane no mfa ndwale wo wiem no mfa nye all the largesse na ye sa largesse na mo free so enura ya na no na hyemo a ema ni nti dede bebre ni amoye ye bisa mo alternative say de na moye e de abo amuntumi nka galam say they've lost it look so asem me fa no brief obi e de asem we bisa asem omo akania no bi ntimi nka na asi wom say so yes it's lawful and it is not true. Please, for the benefit of next week, it is not true. Section 40, no. Yes. It talks about agency, emergency. If you have it, read. It is not true. It's not true. Let me, for the way they are, or say the conditions, no. B, no, or say where there is urgent need for the goods. They mention emergency, so I think it's wrong. But you see, I know there. It is not true. Agency. If you read our manifesto, page 38, the abridged version, or say rapid development. We are not saying say ye acquire ye nia and ye so sourcing. This one is a special vehicle, purpose vehicle. Ye de babe bridge the infrastructure. If it is not an urgent situation, then what is it? For me point be as MP. Say so source in the bay amami me pay. So far as say be passing money for value audit,
value for money
for value for money audit, and this is a precedent or establish another layer from PPA for an officer omo be have value for money no mo tena say no ene nko no ba be ka so source ni bi almost 100% of projects o me ni ane in fact ene efi kaso efi kaswa eko winiba efi ha eko pokuase those year seb projects are almost so say ye almost so see you ye beto ye na demonstrations eko so na nka ye jai na nka afi ne ye bie tender na omo gina no makasa aban ne nwem keeping those contracts no wa be gina ba be ka say so source nti de o de fa de bra bio no me ka so source ne ye bepon record a che me se odwane ho ye bepon record na che omu ko trebatri ye bepon record a che record no ne de ko bia be ka ne de enwane mfuru de ho na enye te sa wo ye sent
Bernard Bediako bedu ye lawyer ni or ye MP for Akwetia constituency meaning your say bonso ye sorry asempa yetia
Every abusia enti ensem no na yakọ akwakuti ediaba no enti wutie MPP communicator na Richard Ahiagba we ka kacho so wura wo no no minim die ha na ojoini MPP because the time na MPP obo aban mu kura no mo mfa wonye hwe wona na ye director of communications enso Dennis Miracles Abwaje and as I Dennis Miracles Abwaje no and I know taking charge of everything because MPP for whom say we yiguni we veteran intino any say more chance in their party but then Omuko opposition no. Sankofo we no mudi omu fight for power. Sankofo we yo. Eno mudi omu fight for power. Na omu nso funny enough, omu yire free sebra no mu power no. They were dealing against them. They were not even using them. Omu positions as a communication director no na endimu because omu ye bibia ombe hu ani se omu sorry no maye without the conscience of the communications director in the party. We obiet me kan de ope, obiet me de ope. But the name Richard Ahiagba eti radio so ne ni abre yiri kasa. Si njano na onka se NDC for nipa bone for. Meanwhile muti kurom ha. Ine ukurom ha bi eni hu ade a MPP for ediye Ghana. The kind of hardship enkofo di buy, the kind of taxes enkofo di buy. Upon sene fu boarding dollar kosoro inflation rate ina nema kosoro ina no. In fact, na enkofo sika so ekam kubisa up to now NAPCO Nations Builders Corporation NAPCO enkofo MPP for use omu sika da so omu. Omu sika eda so omu. Community police and I'm so cram many guye your mama buy na say a revive na kakra. Nurses or allowance ekamu your papa pensioners for the first time retired doctors and as a doctors or mako mahu jimu a demonstration in the name of say mo pension sika or mo senate sikano akam ni na MPP for no person mo de waso muslim into what at all MPP ni what are you saying? Richard Ahiagba, what are you saying? Oti wono ma wa yiyiri opese okasa ma bia hu se o ye communications na ni na ye hwehwe animu ono ankasa backdoor obetna se akasa DJ anyi ni yo but because of me party ntino ye be koso wa defend Ghana for njimi sa ade bia mo se mo ye manye na mo be defend ne Ghana for di omoni si behwe mo Ghana for they are not gullibles omo njimi ye enti ombe koso wa yeden amomoni adaho MPP for no matter the amount of ranting, banting, any the amount of a year, the amount of the damu no krumha. There is nowhere Ghana for Ombetwa Bamamo because someone says some submine and some money and some ways and means are adding Sikrumha, you know, better now, no more dear so because yet so that's one son. You who say ampa and before we man boy for Mumpegana ye Abusia Nakupon Shell Hanum a number 120 platform TV. Idia me so any mega. Let's also bet you our dream or comment session now like in our share now for any beer. Bye bye.